Hello guys, today is day 8 of 2020 revision. So September 9th, we will discuss the new set of current affairs which will be from January 2020, and hope you have done all the previous episodes because every day 10 MCQs is being discussed, and all these are from our test series which is a part of a paid course. So we are just showing you totally 300 questions will be shown in 30 days out of the 6300 MCQs which my students are studying. Okay. So this is part of this pack 11. Okay, in this now we are doing the 7th or 8th month now. So this 2020 students, if you are asking for last 30-day strategy, what to focus, what not to focus, already a video is put out. Please go and watch that. And today while doing this in the live chat, you can check your answers, and then in the final comment section you can put your score out of 10. So 8, 9, 10 means excellent, that means you are studying very well, and 6, 7 means it is good, and 3, 4, 5 means you have to study more and revise more, and 1, 2 means your source itself might be wrong, or maybe your memory power is very weak that you are not able to recollect anything. Okay, so please work on that. So today's first question: agreement on prohibition of attack against nuclear installation is a pact between USA and North Korea, India and Pakistan, Iran and P5 countries, or UN and member countries. So it's India and Pakistan. The agreement was signed between Pakistan President Benazir Bhutto and Indian PM Rajiv Gandhi in 1988. So between 86-87, the Indian Army carried out massive exercise, which is created fears of attack on Pakistan nuclear facility. The fear of Pakistan was the base for the country to sign this agreement, and this operation was conducted by Indian Army in Rajasthan. It was the largest troop mobilization of Indian forces. The goal of the operation was to deploy ground troops. It is also aimed at conducting amphibious assault exercise nearby Pakistan naval bases. So January 1, 2020, India and Pakistan exchanged their nuclear installations under agreement. So according to this agreement, you have to tell each other like about your nuclear installations and all. So that is why this agreement is in news every time. Okay, and the practice is being done now for 29 years, and the first exchange took place in 1992. Okay. Which organization has named the decade 2010 to 2020 as Deadly Decade? So it is UNICEF. It released its annual report, and in that it is mentioning that the decade as Deadly Decade. So the report also stated that the number of countries experiencing violence has increased since 1989. The year 1989 has been specified as the Convention on Rights of Child was passed in 1989. According to the convention, anyone below the age of 18 is called a child. Okay, UPSC sometimes does this also. They'll put like people up to 14 are considered child, or 21 are considered child. They'll make a statement like that. Around 140 countries have signed, including India. Okay, this is also one thing. India is a signatory to this convention. UPSC asks a lot of questions on conventions, and all these things, every aspect of child right. Okay, so that will be covered in this. Asiatic Lion Census is to be conducted in 2020 by which body? WWF, WII, Animal Board of India, or WCB? So it is Wildlife Institute of India, May 2020. So in my May PDF again, when it happened, one more current affair would have been covered, but this is just when it was like announced. So it will use many cameras and all. It will be like the biggest census till date. And in 2015, it conducted this thing and counted 523 lions. It is expected that the number have risen, and population must have crossed 1,000. So the result, as I told, in May 2020 current affair, it will be covered. The census is to adopt the technology of NTCA. Then it will collect all these things. The Asiatic lions are restricted to Gir National Park. This is one statement UPSC asked in 2016 or 18, I don't remember. Like Asiatic lion is found only there, and that's a true statement. Then initially the lions were spread from east of Indus River to the West Bengal, and also to Narmada River in the central India. Then whichever is there in India, okay, it's endangered. Asiatic lion, Bengal tiger, and vulnerable are these things: snow leopard, Indian leopard, and clouded leopard. Okay, so IUCN status is not much asked, but we cannot predict when UPSC will come back asking these things. So please see to it that you at least the popular animals in news, you will know that. Now identify the Ramsar site. Again, Ramsar site questions have reduced now, but you have to study. Second largest mangrove ecosystem. Second area in India to get Ramsar status. Fauna of the park includes all these things: saltwater crocodile, black ibis, Indian python, wild boar, and it has a Guinness record of spotting largest male saltwater crocodile in the world that weighed 2000 kg in 2006. So which one is it? Chilka, Koleru, Bhitarkanika, or Sundarban? So it's Bhitarkanika. Okay, the first Ramsar site, I think it was Chilka Lake, and this one is the second one. So according to the recent census which happened there, the population of saltwater crocodile have increased to this particular number. The peak winter is the ideal time to carry out the census, as it exposes more than 50% of mud banks. In August 2019, the Bhitarkanika National Park reported that 3,000 crocodiles were born from 103 nests. The chance of baby crocodile reaching adulthood is very less. Only 1 in 500 baby crocodiles reach adulthood. The IUCN status of saltwater crocodile is least concern. Okay, so in India there are mainly 3 types. Okay, the Gharial, the Mugger crocodile, and the saltwater crocodile. So you should know the vulnerability status of everything, and the locations also, because UPSC have already asked a detailed question about Gharial, where it is found and all. So please see to that you prepare these things. Which of the following are true about Indian Data Relay Satellite System, IDRSS? It will be launched by PSLV at an orbit of 36,000 km away from Earth's orbit. India is the first nation to use such a technology. So both are wrong. The first statement, obviously, if you know the basics, you will know that PSLV is not used to carry satellites to this particular height. GSLV will be used. So obviously that is a blunder statement, and that is wrong. And India is not the first nation. Here in the solution it would be written which other countries have done. So it will track Indian satellite in low Earth orbit. New satellite series it is. Then aim to play a vital role in India's space station and space docking. It will also assist distant expeditions of India to all these places. Consists of more than 2 satellites. By end of 2020, 2 satellites will be sent. First of its thing in 2020 and second in 2021. Then it will be GSLV launcher, because the height is that one. And Russia and USA have already done it. That is why both the statements are wrong. Okay. During the launch of Gaganyaan, at least one ground should monitor the satellite 24/7. This is not possible for India with its current infrastructure. So again, you don't have to know very detailed learnings of all the satellites, but you should know the basics of like what can a PSLV do, what can a GSLV do, and like big satellites like Gaganyaan, Chandrayaan, Mangalyaan. These are the things only which UPSC will ask. Okay, maybe the satellite itself won't be asked, but even if they ask, they will only help you with a hint with the basics in the option itself. So see to it that you know the basics. Don't care about the current affair. Okay. Now, which of the following are true? India is the largest producer of pulses in the world. India is the largest consumer of pulses in the world. India is the largest importer of pulses in the world. India is the largest exporter of pulses in the world. Then the first ever pulses conclave is to be held in 2020 in Maharashtra. So it's a very like GK kind of thing, but last 2-3 years UPSC is asking these kind of things. So it's 1, 2, 3. India is the largest producer, consumer, and importer, but not the exporter. The largest exporters are Canada, USA, and Australia. And the conclave also, it is not the first ever conclave. It is the 5th conclave which will happen in Maharashtra, and that is why it is in news. So at least that one, the news item, if you studied, you can eliminate 5. That is how the question has been designed. Okay, UPSC will also do it. They will not test you with lot of GK. They will check whether you know the current affair which you are expected to know. And if you know that, you will get the answer directly. Okay, so you can read this, you can pause it and read like where it is and which are the states which produces. Leading pulse states are like MP, Maharashtra, Rajasthan. So it's kind of central India, okay, central and extending from center to the south and north. So study these things. It is important. Pulses questions have been repeating now even in mains. Recently, Project Vishwas and Netrang related to what? Women empowerment, railways, cyber crimes, or defense? So this is related to cyber crimes. Home Minister has launched country's first cyber crime prevention unit, which is called this Ashwast. And along with that, many things are there. So Vishwas is launched, Netrang is launched, and here NatGrid already I showed you an MCQ in one of the previous video. So it's very important because nowadays everything is going digital, everything is important for cyber protection. So UPSC can ask any question, whether it can be a scheme or any guidelines if it is issued by the ministry. Okay, so see to it that you study. Okay, I'm not reading explanations and wasting your time. You can pause it and see. But see to it that you have at least heard of these things, because if a student says that I have never heard of this, I have never such a news I have seen, that means you are not reading the newspapers properly. Okay. Now NEET. Okay, NEET is not the exam one, but National Educational Alliance for Technology. Okay, it is being implemented by CBSE. It was launched to customize learning process using artificial intelligence. So the purpose and the implementation body. So it is not CBSE, it is AICTE. That is why that first statement is wrong. The second is correct. It is launched to customize learning using this artificial intelligence. Okay, and if you see, it can be used to address diversity in learning. So diversity is recognizing everyone is unique in their own way. The initiative through PPP model. PPP model is important for your mains. Okay, to at creating edtech companies. So it's all like taking to the next level. Okay, education taking to the next level with artificial intelligence and all. NIIT, a multinational company, has been selected as one of the edtech companies for the NEET initiative. So that is the reason this was in news. And UPSC will ask like this only. They will ask the implementation body or the origin, or like whether it is funded by someone. That kind of things will come. So please study like that for everybody. Which of the following are exercised between India and Japan? Sahyog, Kaijin, Shinyu, Maitri, then JIMEX, or Dharma Guardian. Okay, so which is India Japan exercises? So all four are India Japan exercise, which happened in the last few years. So Coast Guard of India and Japan took part in the joint exercise called Sahyog Kaijin. So this is Coast Guard. The exercise was conducted based on agreement signed by the Coast Guard in 2006. Then Shinyu Maitri is the joint Air Force exercise. Okay, UPSC can go to that level also, like what kind of exercise it is. So it was held in October 2019 for the first time. Okay, so that's something new, Shinyu Maitri. Then India Japan Maritime exercise, okay, is JIMEX, conducted in 2013 for the first time. Dharma Guardian is the military exercise that is conducted between the armies. Okay, so army, maritime, air force, and coast guard. Okay, and sometimes there will be one more thing called special forces. Okay, with India and USA there is something called special forces. Then India, USA, or India, Russia can have tri-service exercise. So like that, it need not be just 3 exercises. Okay, it can be 5 to 6 type of exercises. Make a table and study. Okay. National grid of the country has a capacity of this much as of December 2019. Arrange the following in order of their share usage, height to low of electricity in India. You know, like every sector will use electricity. So in India, like descending order, height to low, which one uses more or which one uses less energy, electricity in India? So it is in the same order. Highest is industry, then residential, then agriculture, then only commercial will come. Okay, so these kind of questions can be a little tricky. As of now, you can by heart it, because if UPSC is asking, they will ask for the same timeline only by end of 2019. And this something called this thing happened in Noida. So the event showcases innovations and achievements of Indian electrical industry and act as a platform to connect Indian industry and with the world. So it is organized by Indian Electrical and Electronic Manufacture Association. It is supported by other ministries also. Okay. And here you can see the data: 41% by industry, 24% by residential, 17% by agricultural purpose, and only 8% by commercial sector. So it's like far away only the numbers. So for some time it will remain the same. Okay, so the order will remain the same. That is the point. So you can by heart this order as of now, and you can even quote it in your mains answers also when you tell about electricity saving or electricity diversion and all. You can use this data. So that is the 10 questions for today. So any subject you feel you are weak in, this is the last chance you have, else you have to study for next 1 year. So see to it that you get whichever pack you are weak in, whichever subject you are weak in. We have made it with so much effort over the last 1 year, and it is strictly for UPSC Civil Service exam. So see to it that you get it and study it hard. So I'll come up with the episode tomorrow. Till then, enjoy your learning. Thank you and have a nice day.